Hey St. George's, Ben Phillips here with a special edition of our Fireside Update. I'm here with Ann Larkin, who is a member of our outreach team, and I'm going to have a conversation today with Ann about a really wonderful and unique ministry, an organization right here in the Miami Valley that we've partnered with recently, and our community outreach ministry really would like for you all to hear a little bit more about this organization, what they're about, what they do, and what our role has been to support them. I'm referring to a group called Casseroles of Hope, and Ann has been very involved with them and very instrumental in helping St. George's partner with Casseroles for Hope. And so I'd love to welcome Ann today and look forward to chatting with her a little bit more about this organization. Ann, welcome.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about the mission, the purpose of Casseroles for Hope.
Okay, Casseroles of Hope was formed in March 2022, and their mission statement is to build a community-driven ministry comprised of individual volunteers, businesses, churches, civic groups, and organizations to help those who suffer from hunger. It was formed by a couple who lives just south of here off of Route 48, named Doyle and Joanne Key. I think it was their mission to begin this out of their home, and they still run it out of their home, to serve their neighbors. They began it with a group of their neighbors, and it has expanded little by little, word of mouth. I heard about it a little over a year ago at Hometown Expo, and I just happened to show up. They were sitting there. They told me about it, and I was compelled by their story, by their mission statement, and by the fact that I could serve the homeless from my kitchen. That was meaningful to me.
So this is a true local neighborhood, grassroots type effort. Started out of literally out of someone's own kitchen, and their purpose is to provide food for hungry people in their community. What kind of food do they provide?
Casseroles. Can you
I teed you up for that one.
Yes. Each casserole is very carb heavy, but it is nutritious, and it serves 10 individuals. The way the preparation goes for us is that we prepare the casserole and freeze it, but do not bake it. It is delivered to each food site, and then they bake it, and it's fresh and
then served hot to
and
the
fresh.
Folks who are coming in to receive those meals.
That is correct.
Okay. And so our people who are supporting Casseroles of Hope are providing any kind of casserole they want, or are there specific needs that the organization wants for their casseroles?
There are 5 specific casseroles that they have developed, and each recipe is selected and given out in numbers, because at many of the site, one casserole only is served at a time, so everyone is served the same meal at that meal.
So somebody who's there receiving food can't say like, oh, well, they got that kind and I didn't, right, or something like that.
Perhaps if there are choices, one casserole goes first and then the other one sits uneaten. It is one casserole at a serving, and that's the way it's done. So they have, I think it's pretty much an algebraic formula, the way I have seen Joanne work this. It's mind-boggling. You are assigned how many casseroles you are to make. And of the casseroles that we have made, the first round we were given, I think, 3 different casseroles, and each person was assigned that. And that was our parish-wide outreach last February that we did. And
do you recall off the top of your head about how many people participated when we
had almost 50 people participate
Wow.
in that parish-wide event. So that's almost 500 people we served from that one-day effort.
In February.
In February, yes.
Okay. And where are the folks in our community who are receiving these casseroles, who are benefiting from them? Are they here in like the Centerville Kettering area? Like where are they typically operating out of?
That's a good question, because they have targeted the underserved in the rural areas around Montgomery County, and most of them they started out in Middletown with a parish there, and I think it's Hope House Mission that they started out with in Middletown that was serving, and then they moved to a location in Lebanon, and it's interesting, that location was part of Interfaith Hospitality Network and was housed at St. Patrick's Episcopal Church.
Oh, okay.
And St. Patrick's is still involved with them, but they changed their name to Family Promise of Warren County, and that is the only homeless shelter in Warren County. So they're still very involved with that, and in fact, our ongoing service here at St. George's is now serving Family Promise. And
through what the Casseroles of Hope are doing.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
And so the other communities are Franklin, Ohio, and so small rural communities that are terribly underserved.
Mm.
That is their target.
Well, they clearly saw a need right on their doorstep almost, and have been blessed and organized to find a way to meet that need. And we're privileged to be able to help them and
Correct.
Supply this this needed food. Let me ask you a question. So St. George's had an all-parish donation drive. We do one a month, and in February, Casseroles of Hope was the organization that we partnered with.
Yes.
Is that where the relationship stopped? Was it just a one and done?
From that effort, I got, I'd say Jean Tarr and I both got so much feedback from everyone that they loved doing this, that they wanted to continue it. And so we sought out Casseroles of Hope and said, how can we continue this? And they told us there were other churches who were doing this on an ongoing basis. And their model is to provide a casserole on a quarterly basis, which is what I have been doing on a personal level for over a year. So what they will do is have you, as a church, bring your casseroles in frozen to your freezers. They will come pick them up and then distribute them to the meal sites as needed. We are on their schedule now, and we have formed what you may have heard of as the Hope Squad, and our Hope Squad is up and running, and we are 32 strong now.
Wow.
32 individuals and families have
signed
committed
up to be a part of this Hope Squad.
And the Hope Squad will begin this month. As of the 19th, we will have our first intake of casseroles, and we will be on their quarterly schedule. Everyone has received their designated recipe, their pans, and we are hopefully off and running with St. George's Hope Squad for the benefit of Casseroles of Hope.
And the idea is that this would be just an ongoing ministry functioning on a quarterly basis. That's part of this multi-county ministry operation to provide food for those hungry in need. And the commitment, if someone wanted to get involved with the Hope Squad, the commitment would be to pick up an aluminum foil pan once a quarter, and then get a recipe, and they would then prepare the casserole and freeze it, and then bring it to the church on a selected date, and then it would then get picked up by Casseroles of Hope from the church.
That's exactly the process.
That's how it would work.
That's the process.
Okay.
Yes, it is. But I'd say their first step is contact me, and I will make sure that they understand what the dates are, what the process is, what their recipe is, because that has to be evenly distributed. We're at a point now at 32 where I'm juggling who has what right now. Yes.
And in terms of, there's some juggling and coordinating within St. George's with the Hope Squad, but then these efforts are part of a much larger, well-oiled machine.
Oh.
And we're sort of getting on board a moving carousel, as it were.
We truly are. As I said, the Keys have some sort of algorithm going that is way beyond my capabilities of understanding, but we fit into their program, and our dates are assigned based on their needs and their schedule. And what we do is fit into their program and their time schedule and their recipe needs. And that really, if you think about it, helps everybody in the long run. It keeps everything on schedule, and all of the receiving kitchens know what to expect
and
when to expect it. And so we just fit that, and I have to stop and tell you how large this effort is.
Yeah, about how many people is this organization reaching and benefiting?
11,000 meals as of March of this year, annually.
So that's
annually, yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
That is, and it makes you realize the need as well. I mean, we can celebrate how much work is being done and how much good is being done, but at the same time, that highlights equally how great the need is.
It's tremendous. We overlook the rural communities' need for this when we get feedback that many of these meals are given out to people who have said it's the first full meal they've had all week, the first full meal. And in the summertime, it may be the first meal a child has had all day, and maybe the only meal.
Because they were getting a meal at school.
At school, yes.
Potentially, and then now that school's on break for the summertime,
right.
that
they don't always pick them up, even though they might be available. Their families don't pick them up. So this is, we're grateful to be a part of that. I am thrilled to be able to offer it to those who feel like I do, that feeding someone out of my own kitchen is meaningful, and it's a ministry that I'm impassioned about, as you can tell.
Very much so. Well, thank you very much, Ann. I really appreciate the chance to chat with you about this. And I would ask all of you, please keep Casseroles of Hope in your prayers. This is a really remarkable ministry organization. They're doing some real good in our community, and God bless the Keys and their calling to do this. And if you are interested in participating and being a part of this Hope Squad, as we're calling it, where you would be making a casserole to contribute to this once a quarter, please call the church office, and we'll be happy to then get you in touch with Ann and get you more information. And if you do decide you want to be a part of this Hope Squad, we will get you in the rotation when the next cycle comes around next quarter. Well, thank you all, St. George's, and look forward to seeing you with my regular installment of the Fireside Update. Until then, take care and God bless.